going on, guys? So today's video we're going to be painting this trunk and then the trunk in the front as well of the Porsche. As you can see, I've got the deck lid off the back just so it's a little bit easier to work in here because it's a little tight and dark whenever it's like that. The reason for this is I just want it to look clean, especially in the front when I have all the radiator mounted. I don't want to have to take it all apart again soon to make it look better. There's also a little bit of rust starting to form down here, so I want to take care of that before it gets bad. Yeah, just sort of give me something to do while I'm waiting for other stuff to get here. So let's get into it. I've already done one go of just some heavy duty degreaser through the whole thing. Cleaned it out. Now I'm just going to go over it again with some more degreaser and then clean it all up again. And then after that we'll just start scuffing the entire thing and then we can start masking it off and painting. So yeah, here we go. For some of this rust that's a little bit worse, I've just got like a wire attachment for my drill, and I'm just going to sort of try to get sort of the rust off of there. I also have a chemical that'll turn this, basically stop this rust, but I'm just going to do this to be extra safe. So in some of these cracks where they use like seam sealer, the dirt just doesn't want to come out of there. So I've got a steamer, and I'm just going to use this instead of the degreaser to clean these out.
We're free. Bound only by frozen memories.
Okay, so now that this is all clean, I'm going to use this. It's a product by Loctite. I've used a few different products for rust before. I've never used this particular one, but basically it takes the rust and whatever chemical is in this, it basically turns it into a sort of like a primer surface, but it's good to just help the rust, make sure the rust stops. So basically I'm just going to use this over any spots where it is rusty. Honestly, paint, in my opinion, works well as like a rust, especially like the Rust-A-Wing paint, which is usually the brand of rattle cans that I buy because it's cheap and it works well. But this stuff works just a good, it's a good product to make sure that your car doesn't just keep on rusting underneath the paint. basically, if we wait, this rust is going to turn to black over time. It'll look like black primer almost. And when it's that, when it's like that, I'll put another coat on top. While I'm waiting for this to go, I have basically a Scotch-Brite pad. I'm just going to scuff the rest of the paint that is still intact, and that'll give the new paint a good surface to adhere to. So I'll do that while this is reacting. So there is wiring in the trunk that goes to the taillights and the tag lights. So I'm going to cover it up with conduit, just so I don't have to take the wiring out, because I'm a little bit lazy. But I'm going to cover it with conduit, and then I'll just take the conduit off once I'm done painting, just so I can paint rid of the wiring and not worry about painting the wires themselves. So now that I've got the wiring all covered up, I'm going to start masking off the edges and anything that I don't want to get paint on. So before I get to painting, it's all messed up, but before I get to painting, I'm just going to go over one real quick time and degrease it one more time, and then I'll start spraying.
I can't find my way back to you till you make amends with the demons you've been through. I can't regret leaving you alone till you find your way back home. find your way back home.
So guys, here's the first and only layer of primer that I'm planning on doing. I'm not going to do another just because this is just, you know, a trunk, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to let this dry for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to put that on there, just semi-gloss black. Yeah, so I'll let this dry and then we'll shoot it. And by the way, this hole right here and these holes right there, that was the previous owner's pathetic attempt at creating a mounting bracket for the ECU, I guess. So he had bungee cords going through that hole and then onto this strap, and that was how he tried to mount the ECU. So eventually I'll weld up this hole and weld up these holes as well where the igniter was mounted. But for now, I just wanted to get it painted and make sure to stop all the rust that's happening down here. But yeah, I thought I'd just let you know that that is going to get taken care of. But yeah, I'll let this cure real quick and then start painting again. So guys, the camera died right when I started spraying black in the trunk, but here it is all finished up. It looks pretty good. Looks way, way better than it did before, which is just what I was going for, basically. You can still see all the fumes sort of floating around in there, but it looks miles better than it did before. It looks way, way cleaner. So, next I'm just gonna tear apart the front radiator setup and shroud, and I'm gonna paint all that. I haven't decided if I'm gonna paint the shroud yet or not, but I'm gonna paint the trunk at least for now and clean up in there. But I'll just bring you guys back when I'm finished with that, because that's gonna be the same exact process that I did here. Just clean and degrease, scuff, prime, then paint. I mean, pretty simple stuff, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This looks way, way cleaner. And I haven't decided. I know I told you guys I'm running a Mega Squirt system in this car rather than the stock ECU. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna mount it in here or if I'm gonna do it in the passenger compartment. And here would be nice because then the loom would just come and lay right on top of the engine. But the passenger compartment would be nice because for tuning, I could just set the laptop on the seat and not have to run a long extension cord. And don't worry guys, I am going to paint the engine bay. I'll just leave the engine in when I do that, but I need to figure out a way to get all this crap off the firewall first. So yeah, but I'll bring you guys back when I'm done with the front and I'll show you that all finished up, and then yeah, here we go. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I just finished up painting the front end. Here's the rear end again, looking nice and clean. And then let me come around to the front. Sorry, it's a little bit dark, it's pretty late. But as you can see, it looks nice and black, which is how I wanted it. Just looks a lot cleaner than it was before. It was just dirty and paint chipping and, you know, a little bit of rust, surface rust starting to form and stuff, so it looks a lot better. There's the shrouding and the radiator and stuff, so I'm just going to throw that all back in there in a minute here. But yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know this was sort of a quick one and nothing crazy, but figured might as well just document everything I do to this car. Today's Saturday, and I just got an email saying my Mega Squirt would be in on Wednesday. So look forward to that. That might be a couple parts, just because that is a pretty big job, you know, to sort of set it all up. But it'll be fun. So stay tuned for those videos, guys. And yeah, if you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. And peace. See ya.